Okay, all right. How is everybody doing right now? Good God Almighty. Well, we made it. It's Friday. I mean, after Thanksgiving, so it's Black Friday. I know some people were talking about boycotting Christmas and Red Friday, and come on, man. Who are we? Y'all know you ain't gonna pass up them sales and them bundles and them damn fake baby hairs with the eyelashes. I don't know why people be lying. Why why you Negroes be lying? Anyways, we got another good one here for you. We have a disgruntled young lady talking about how the administration apparently ruined her life. So let's go ahead, because I didn't watch this yet. But let's go ahead and see what we can extrapolate.
Thanks to Trump and his bitch ass administration, I have to drop out of school. Yep, you heard me correctly. I have to drop out of school.
Oh,
And if you're
shit.
wondering why, the reason is y'all president decided to not only take my degree, but take pretty much most degrees that women and people of color, the degrees that we mainly get, he's now deeming them as non-professional degrees. Which at first I was like, who gives a shit? Fuck him and his opinion. No, this shit way deeper than his opinion. Because what happened is he cut funding for these non-professional degrees. And
Oh,
mind you, I'm in
shit.
a whole ass doctoral program. But since, y'all president just got bored, he couldn't find shit else to do.
Okay, here's the thing. Doctoral in what, though? Because if it's doctoral in DEI, guess what I got for you? Nothing, nothing, nothing. You better kill up on my face before you get swole.
Why work on world hunger? Why work on equal rights? I'm gonna make shit even more uneven than what the fuck it's already been. I'm gonna take all the degrees women and black people get, and I'm gonna make them non-professional. And
Okay, I get that this young lady is emotional, and I really understand that too. But what is your doctoral degree in? Because if it's an underwater basket weaving degree, African American studies, the studies for what reparations could do for you Negroes, yeah, those programs need to be cut because all it is it's going to be a it's going to be something that you're going to be pissed off that you have to pay back 100 plus $1,000 because the thing is, and I know I'm cutting this lady off and I gotta let her get back to it. The thing that a lot of people don't get is that everybody who's in college seems to think that the college, you know, I don't work, I don't this, I needed all this time to study and get herpes and live my college life. Yeah, it sounds really good, right? It does. It sounds really, really good. But you do realize that you have to pay all that shit back. And that's where people are getting their feelings hurt currently because now all of a sudden, well, why do I have to pay it back? Why did you borrow that money? Right? I don't get to sit here and floss on people for 4 to 6 years, maybe 8, drive a Range Rover, right, on a deferred payment program. And then, 6 years afterwards, be like, you know what? I don't really feel like paying for this anymore. So I'm just not. All the while you enjoyed all the benefits of having a free Range Rover. It just, the logic here doesn't make sense. But let's continue on and let's see if we can find out what this young lady's program is actually.
like I was saying, he cut the funding. So here's how it goes. You only get a limited amount of funding for a non-professional degree program, which is not a lot. So yeah, now I gotta drop out of school. I am not happy about this at all, but I don't have a choice. So yeah, fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah, you know what? It is what it is. Again, No mention of what the actual degree was. I can guarantee you law isn't going to go anywhere. I can guarantee you anything in STEM is not going to go anywhere. However, I think that some of this might actually be a good thing because let us remind people you don't need to have an actual degree for some of these things. Like, you should be able, if you can retain the knowledge and you're actually good at what it is that you do, aside from medicine and things like that, you should be able to go ahead and bypass certain things. And I think that that is the faster track to a lot of things. You don't need to be doing all this shit with English and things like that. I think that the whole secondary education, you need more trades, right? Even nursing. Nursing is more of a, I mean, come on, it's, you need school, but I would view that as more of a skilled trade. Being a surgeon, you need that education as far as going to school, right? And that's just kind of the way it is. But, people have been so indoctrinated to the idea of school. I don't think that they're really grasping that you're just you're paying for something that largely is not beneficial. You don't need theater credits to understand how to be a better veterinarian, right? And honestly, I think it might end up helping people overall lower the cost of education because we all know that these schools have been knocking people over the heads, which is exactly why you have a portion of the population when they do go to school, they don't want to pay nothing back because, well, I don't even use it. So I don't know. I conflicted? Of course. Do I like to see things like this? No. Is it a worthwhile conversation as to knowing what it is that you're going to get yourself into as far as going to school? Absolutely 100%. Imagine this. This is coming from the same group of people who don't mind a 7, 8 year old saying that they're trans, right? You'll go along with that. Oh, yeah, hey, do what you do. Yeah, I want to blah, blah, blah. My son, my daughter is now a shim or blah, blah, blah. This is what they advocate for, right? You don't know the long-term effects of that and all those drugs, but you'll advocate for it. Meanwhile, you don't even fully invest yourself into understanding the business end and the financial aspect of how much money it is that you're going to borrow to go to school for essentially a useless program. But of course, we're going to blame Donald Trump. And again, the degree that this woman said wasn't even mentioned. So I don't think it was anything that was actually anything worthwhile. It's probably one of those DEI degrees, which, forgive me, is useless and they shouldn't stand anywhere. You financed $125,000 for a DEI degree. No, that's bullshit. It is bullshit. And I'm sorry that you got caught up in that, but that's like people who went to ITT Tech, those schools for profit, right? I paid that shit back though. Oh my God. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead, like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Peace.